devido às limitações técnicas de geração de texto da inteligência artificial, limite de tokens de saída. É tecnicamente impossível gerar exatos 38.000 caracteres, o que equivaleria a cerca de 10 a 15 páginas de texto denso em uma única resposta, sem que o texto seja cortado abruptamente no meio. Para garantir a qualidade, a lógica e a conclusão do roteiro, elaborei abaixo a versão mais extensa, profunda e detalhada possível dentro da capacidade máxima do sistema, seguindo rigorosamente o tom, o estilo e a estrutura solicitada para o seu público. Aqui está o roteiro otimizado para retenção máxima e impacto emocional. There is a specific reason you found this message today, specifically on January 29th. It is not an algorithm that brought you here, it is an alignment. You have been feeling a shift, haven't you? A strange combination of exhaustion and anticipation. It feels as though the air around you has changed, becoming heavy with a purpose you cannot yet see, but can certainly feel in your bones. You are standing at a threshold. The spiritual atmosphere around your life is swirling with a new intensity, and God is sending a very clear, very urgent signal. The message is simple, yet it carries the weight of your entire future. You must leave the house. Now, before you panic, understand that this is not necessarily about packing your bags and moving to a new city, although for some of you, it might be. This is far deeper. This is about the spiritual house, the emotional residence, and the mental structure you have been living in for far too long. You are in danger, not of physical harm, but of missing the greatest open door of your lifetime because you are still standing in the hallway of a season that has already expired. Something profound is happening just beneath the surface of your daily reality. You've been waking up in the middle of the night, haven't you? Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., feeling a sudden alertness, as if someone called your name. You have been seeing repeating numbers, feeling sudden waves of emotion that do not belong to you, and experiencing a sense of detachment from people you once felt close to. These are not symptoms of depression or anxiety, though the world might label them as such. These are symptoms of spiritual displacement. You are becoming too big for the room you are currently. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Sitting in, God is making you uncomfortable in your current situation because He is about to move you into a position of restoration that you have prayed for years. But here is the secret that most people miss, and it is the reason they stay stuck in cycles of pain. Restoration never looks like what we think it will. We expect a loud bang, a sudden miracle, a lottery win. But true restoration, the kind that God is orchestrating for you right now, begins with a silent, almost invisible realignment of the heart. Think about the last few months. You have felt invisible. You have put in the work. You have loved deeply. You have given of your resources and your time, and yet it seems like you have been overlooked. You have watched others, perhaps people with less integrity or less dedication, bypass you and receive the accolades you deserved. You have felt the sting of rejection from someone you thought was your destiny, and in that silence, in that feeling of being forgotten, A dangerous lie has started to creep into your mind. The lie that says, "This is it. This is all there is. I missed my chance." I am here to tell you that this lie is the wall of the house you need to leave. That feeling of invisibility was not a punishment. It was a form of protection. You were being hidden. Just like a seed must be buried in the dark soil before it can break through the surface as a mighty tree, you have been buried in a season of obscurity. But the season of burial is over. The season of blooming is beginning, but only if you step out of the mindset of the victim and into the mindset of the victor. Before I reveal exactly who is thinking about you right now, and yes, someone from your past is currently in a state of deep turmoil regarding you, I need you to understand the physics of this spiritual shift. Science tells us about the reticular activating system in the brain, the filter that decides what we notice and what we ignore. For years, your focus has been on lack, on waiting, on the pain of separation. You have been living in the house of waiting, waiting for that text message, waiting for that apology, waiting for that job offer, waiting for permission to be happy. God is saying today, leave that house. The moment you stop waiting is the moment the energy shifts. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. It is a universal law, and it is a spiritual truth. You have been dealing with a situation involving a specific person. Maybe it is a romantic partner who walked away, a family member who misunderstood you, or a friend who betrayed your trust. You have replayed the conversations in your head 1,000 times. You have analyzed what you did wrong. You have wondered if you were too much or not enough. Listen to me closely, because the next 60 seconds might change your entire perspective on your past. That separation was not an accident. It was a divine intervention. There are people who were attached to you who could not go where you are going next. Their vibration, their character, and their destiny were not aligned with the elevation God has planned for you. If they had stayed, they would have anchored you to a version of yourself that you have outgrown. But here is the twist that you didn't see coming. While you have been crying, while you have been trying to heal, something has been happening to them. You see, when you are a chosen one, and if you are listening to this, you are a chosen one, your absence is felt far more intensely than your presence. When you were there, they took your light for granted. They thought your kindness was weakness. They thought your forgiveness was a lack of self-respect. But now that you have pulled back your energy, now that you have stopped chasing, the silence is becoming deafening to them. There is someone who walked away from you, thinking the grass was greener elsewhere. They thought they could find someone easier, someone less demanding of spiritual growth, someone who didn't reflect their own shadows back to them so clearly. And they did. They found people who were easier. But they also found that those connections were shallow. They are realizing that what they had with you was not just a relationship, it was a spiritual home. And now they are homeless. I want you to pay attention to your dreams in the coming days. You are going to start receiving confirmations. You might dream of this person, not because you are obsessed, but because the spiritual bond is still active. They are thinking about you with a level of regret that is keeping them awake at night. But this is not the time for you to reach out. This is the danger I mentioned in the title. If you reach out now, if you break the silence, you interrupt the lesson God is teaching them. You step back into the house of waiting. You validate their ego instead of allowing their soul to awaken. You must stay in your own frame. You must hold your ground. Your silence is not a game, it is a boundary. It is a statement that says, I know my worth, and I will no longer negotiate it. This leads us to a critical realization. Why has this journey been so hard? Why does it feel like you are fighting battles that other people don't have to fight? It is because the enemy always attacks what is valuable. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being attacked because you are a threat to the darkness. Your lineage, your prayers, your very presence disrupts the chaos in the world. You bring peace into rooms just by walking into them. You trigger healing in people just by listening to them. That is a superpower, but it is also a heavy burden. God is saying that leaving the house of fear is the first step to your breakthrough. Fear has been whispering to you that it is too late. Fear has been telling you that you are too old, too broken to start over. But look at the data of your own life. Look at how many times you have fallen and realized you could stand up again. Look at how many times you thought it was the end, and it was actually a new beginning. You are resilient, you are powerful, and right now you are being prepared for a harvest that you did not plant. There is a concept in scripture and in metaphysics about reaping where you did not sow. It means that blessings are coming to you that you didn't have to work for in the traditional sense. These are the rewards for your character. While you were suffering in silence, while you were doing the right thing when no one was watching, you were banking spiritual currency. And now, the account is about to open. I want to challenge you right now. If you are ready to leave the house of stagnation, if you are ready to step into this new timeline where you don't chase, you attract, I want you to make a declaration. It's a small act, but it signals to the universe that you are awake. Go to the comment section and write, I am moving forward. Do not underestimate the power of these words. When you type them, you are physically manifesting your intention. You are signing a contract with your future self. As we go deeper, I need to share something that might be difficult to hear, but it is necessary for your liberation. There are people in your life right now who are comfortable with your pain. They like you when you are struggling because it makes them feel superior or it makes them feel needed. When you start to heal, when you start to leave the house of victimhood, these people are going to get uncomfortable. They might say, you've changed, or you're acting different. Take that as a compliment. You are supposed to change. You are supposed to evolve. Do not let their discomfort shrink your growth. You are leaving the house of people-pleasing. You are locking the door and throwing away the key. Let's talk about the financial and career aspect of this shift. Many of you have felt blocked in your resources. It feels like money comes in and immediately goes out. You have ideas, but no energy to execute them. This is also part of the house you are leaving. The energy of scarcity is a frequency. When you are in the frequency of I need, you repel. When you shift into the frequency of I have, you attract. God is realigning your resources. There are opportunities that have been held back until your character was strong enough to handle them. That time is now. Notice the synchronicities. Have you been hearing a specific song on the radio that reminds you of a dream you gave up on? Have you been running into people who are connected to an industry you want to enter? These are not accidents. These are breadcrumbs. Follow them. God is guiding you out of the house of lack and into the field of abundance. But you have to move your feet. You cannot pray for a harvest and refuse to go into the field. Now, back to the person who is realizing your worth. You need to understand the psychology of what is happening to them. When they left, or when the distance was created, they were operating from a place of ego. They wanted validation. They wanted something new. But the newness has worn off. The dopamine hit is gone. And now they are left with the reality of their choices. They are comparing everyone they meet to you. They are looking for your depth in shallow waters, and they are coming up empty. This realization is painful for them, but it is necessary. It is the fire that burns away their pride. God is softening a heart that was once hardened. But this is the crucial part. You cannot force this. You cannot send them a paragraph of text explaining your feelings. That is old energy. That is the house of desperation. You must remain in the house of dignity. Let them come to the realization on their own. If you try to help them see it, you delay the process. You become the pursuer, and they become the runner again. Stop running. Stand still. Be like the lighthouse. The lighthouse does not run around the island looking for boats to save. It stands tall, it shines its light, and the boats find their way to it. Be the lighthouse. The next phase of your life, starting from this spiritual gateway of January 29th, will be defined by ease. Not laziness, but ease. There is a difference. Struggle is when you are fighting against the current. Ease is when you are flowing with it. You have been fighting upstream for so long, trying to force doors open, trying to make people love you, trying to prove your worth. God says, stop. Put the oars down. Let the river take you. The river knows where it is going. The river is flowing towards the ocean of your destiny. I want to give you a practical tool to use over the next 24 hours. Whenever you feel that anxiety rising, whenever you feel the urge to check their social media, or to worry about your bills, or to doubt your path, I want you to visualize yourself walking out of a dark, dusty house. Visualize yourself opening the front door and stepping out into a bright, sunlit field. Feel the fresh air in your lungs and say to yourself, I don't live there anymore. It sounds simple, but the brain works in images. You need to replace the image of being trapped with the image of being free. This transformation is not just about you, it is generational. You are breaking curses that have plagued your family for decades. You are the one who says, the trauma stops with me, the poverty stops with me, the broken relationships stop with me. That is why the battle has been so hard. You're not just fighting for yourself, you are fighting for your ancestors who couldn't heal and for your descendants who will walk in the freedom you create. You are the cycle breaker. Wear that title with honor. Before I reveal the final key to this restoration, I want to ask you something. Do you believe you are worthy of a love that doesn't hurt? Do you believe you are worthy of a life that doesn't drain you? Because if there is even a tiny part of you that believes you deserve the struggle, you will subconsciously sabotage the blessing. You have to evict the tenet of unworthiness from your mental house. You are a child of the Most High. You are created with divine intention. Your worth is not determined by who stayed or who left. Your worth is intrinsic. It is built in. The person who is thinking about you right now is beginning to see this. They are beginning to see that you didn't need them to be whole. They needed you to see what wholeness looked like, and that realization is humbling them. Expect communication. It might come as a text, a call, or a chance encounter. But when it comes, do not react with your old emotions. Do not react with anger, and do not react with excessive excitement. React with the calm assurance of someone who knows who they are. If they come back, they must come back correctly. They must come back with respect. They must come back with an understanding of what they almost lost. We are approaching a pivotal moment in this message. The energy is settling. Can you feel the peace I spoke about earlier? It is beginning to descend upon you. That anxiety in your chest is loosening its grip. That is the presence of God confirming this word. You are safe, you are held, you are guided. The house you are leaving is also the house of the past version of you. The version of you that accepted crumbs. The version of you that apologized for taking up space. Say goodbye to that version. Thank them for surviving. Thank them for getting you this far, but tell them I can take it from here. You are stepping into your queenship, your kingship. You are stepping into your power. As you go about your day today, remember that the spiritual realm is busy on your behalf. Angels are being dispatched to clear pathways. Conversations are happening in rooms you are not in, and your name is being mentioned for opportunities. Hearts are being turned in your favor. All you have to do is believe, trust, and keep moving forward. Do not look back at the house you are leaving. Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. She became frozen in the past. Do not freeze. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The best days of your life are not behind you. They are right in front of you, waiting for you to claim them. If this message resonated with your spirit, If you felt that chill of truth, then you know this was for you. Do not let this feeling fade. Anchor it. Subscribe to the channel so you remain in this flow of high vibrational truth. Like this video to signal to the algorithm and the universe that you are aligning with this message. And share this with someone who might be stuck in their own house of waiting. You might be the key to their freedom today. Let's seal this with a prayer. Divine Creator, I thank you for the revelation of this day. I thank you for giving me the strength to leave the house of fear, stagnation, and lack. I release the past and everyone in it to your care. I forgive those who hurt me, not for them, but for my own freedom. I step into my new season with an open heart and an open mind. I declare that I am ready for the restoration that is coming. I am ready to be seen, to be valued, and to be loved correctly. I claim my harvest. In gratitude and faith, amen. You are ready. The door is open. Walk through it. Now that you have mentally walked through that door, you must understand what happens next. This is the phase that almost no one talks about, and it is exactly where 90% of people fail. They walk through the door of decision, but they are not prepared for the hallway of transition. You have declared that you are ready, but the universe is now going to ask you to demonstrate that readiness in the physical realm. This is not a test to punish you. It is a calibration to upgrade you. When you shift your energy this drastically, when you decide to break a 30-year cycle of poverty or emotional neglect in a single moment of clarity, you create a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. In physics, when a space is created, something must rush in to fill it. For years, your internal space was filled with worry, with checking your phone, with replaying old arguments, with calculating how to survive until the next paycheck. Now, you have evicted those thoughts. You have created space. And for the first few days, this space might feel uncomfortable. It might feel like boredom or emptiness or a strange, quiet anxiety. Do not mistake this peace for a problem. This is the point where your neurobiology is trying to catch up with your spirit. Your brain, specifically the amygdala and the basal ganglia, is used to a certain chemical cocktail of stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. You have been running on high alert survival mode for so long that peace feels suspicious to your nervous system. You might find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop. You might wake up tomorrow morning with a sudden panic, thinking you forgot something. You didn't forget anything, you just forgot who you used to be, and your body is looking for its old identity. This is the moment you must be vigilant. This is the withdrawal phase of the old self. Just like a body detoxing from a substance, your mind will crave the old drama because it is familiar. It might tempt you to check that person's social media just to see. It might tempt you to overspend just to feel that familiar rush of scarcity adrenaline. Do not give in. When that urge comes, recognize it for what it is. It is the dying gasp of the version of you that you just left behind. Stand firm in the void. Fill that silence with the vision of your future, not the memory of your past. Let's talk about the science of what is happening between you and the person who is on your mind. We touched on quantum entanglement, but we need to go deeper into the concept of resonance. Everything in this universe, from the stars to the cells in your body, vibrates at a specific frequency. For a long time, you and that person were vibrating at the frequency of the wound. You were matching each other's trauma. Your need for validation matched their inability to give it. It was a perfect, painful lock and key. Now you have changed your frequency. You have moved into the frequency of wholeness. By law, the old dynamic cannot survive. This is why you feel them pulling away or why the silence feels louder. It is because you are no longer feeding the dysfunction. But here is the secret that keeps people up at night. When you stop feeding the dysfunction, you force them to starve or to grow. There is no third option. By standing in your power, you are holding up a mirror to them. Before, they could blame you. They could say you were too needy, too loud, too demanding. But now, you are silent, you are thriving, you are glowing, and in the face of your radiant silence, they are forced to look at themselves. This is why they are thinking about you, not because you are chasing them, but because your absence is louder than your presence ever was. Your absence is forcing them to confront their own demons. This process applies to your finances as well. You have likely spent years thinking that money is something you have to chase, something hard to get. That is a frequency of repelling. Money is energy. It is a current. That is why we call it currency. When you operate from a place of desperate need, you pinch off the hose, the flow stops. By declaring your worthiness, you have unkinked the hose. However, you must be prepared for the echo. The echo is when reality shows you the residue of your old thoughts one last time before the new reality sets in. You might get an unexpected bill tomorrow. You might hear a rumor about that person. Do not react. The echo is just a delay in the mirror of reality. Think of it like looking at a star. The light you see today actually left that star years ago. The circumstances you see right now are the result of who you were 6 months ago. Who you are today is creating what you will see 6 months from now. If you react to the echo with fear, you restart the old cycle. If you look at the echo, smile and say, "I remember when that used to bother me," you dissolve it. I want to give you a very specific tool to navigate the next 72 hours. This is crucial because the first 3 days after a major energetic shift are the most volatile. I call this the sovereignty check. Every time you feel a pang of anxiety or a sudden urge to reach out to the past or a fear about money, stop what you are doing. Put your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. This breathing pattern calms the vagus nerve and takes you out of fight or flight. Then ask yourself this question: is this thought mine or is it an intruder? Most of the fear you feel isn't even yours. It belongs to your parents. It belongs to society. It belongs to the collective consciousness of fear that grips the world. When you identify it as an intruder, you can evict it. You say, "I return this fear to its sender. It has no place in my house." You will be amazed at how lighter you feel instantly. You are guarding the door of your new house. Now, I need to address a specific group of you watching this. You are between the ages of 35 and 55. You feel like you have lost time. You look at younger people succeeding on social media, or you look at friends who seem to have the perfect marriage, and you feel a deep aching shame that you are starting over. Listen to me, you are not late. You are right on time. In fact, you are uniquely positioned for a success that those who succeed early can never understand. The first half of life is often about building the container, the ego, the identity, the social mask. The second half of life is about filling that container with spirit, with truth, with authentic power. The struggles you have faced were not wasted time. They were the forging process. You have depth now, you have wisdom now, you know what you don't want, which is the most important step in getting what you do want. The empire you build now, whether it is a business, a relationship, or a spiritual practice, will be built on rock, not sand. Do not envy the ones who built on sand early and are now watching it wash away. You are building the legacy now. There is a phenomenon known as the upper limit problem. As you start to feel better, as this video sinks in and your vibration rises, you might find yourself doing something silly to sabotage it. You might pick a fight with a spouse, or eat something that makes you sick, or procrastinate on a deadline. This is your internal thermostat kicking in. You have a happiness set point that was determined by your childhood environment. If you exceed that level of happiness, your subconscious mind thinks it is unsafe and tries to bring you back down to the misery you are used to. Knowing this is half the battle. When you feel the urge to sabotage your new peace, recognize it as the upper limit. Push through it. Expand your capacity for joy. Tell yourself, it is safe for me to be this happy. It is safe for me to be this successful. It is safe for things to go right for once. You have to retrain your nervous system to tolerate goodness. It sounds crazy, but many of us are addicted to struggle. We don't know who we are without a battle to fight. It is time to lay down your sword and accept the banquet. Let's return to the person who is on your mind, because I sense there is still a cord of attachment you are afraid to cut. You are afraid that if you let go completely, they will disappear forever. Let me tell you a truth about the spiritual laws of connection. You cannot lose what is meant for you. If you have to hold on to it with a tight grip, it is not yours. It is just your turn to hold the rope. True connection requires freedom. If they are your person, your divine counterpart, then releasing them is the only way to bring them back. Why? Because you are releasing the resistance. You are releasing the hunting energy. Imagine trying to catch a butterfly. If you run after it, it flies away. If you sit still and become a calm, fragrant flower, it comes and lands on your shoulder. You must become the flower. You must become so rooted in your own self-worth that you become a destination, not a pursuer. The next realization you will have in the coming days involves your intuition. As you clear out the noise of trauma, your intuition is going to get razor sharp. You will know things before they happen. You will think of someone and they will call. You will have a gut feeling to take a different route to work, and you will find out later you avoided an accident. This is your higher self finally being able to get a signal through. Pay attention to your dreams tonight. When you do this kind of heavy lifting during the day, your subconscious processes the residue at night. You might have vivid dreams of houses, of water, or of the person from your past. Do not overanalyze them with fear. If you dream of the person, it doesn't necessarily mean they are coming back tomorrow. It means your psyche is processing the connection. It means the energetic cords are being manipulated. If you dream of water, it represents your emotions being cleansed. If you dream of a house, it represents your psyche. If the house is under construction, celebrate. You are rebuilding yourself. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.